We start with the worst ever Ebola outbreak in West Africa that has many concerned, but there are two patients grabbing far more headlines than the rest, they being two American aid workers who contracted the virus while helping victims in the worst hit areas.
Both are said to be recovering well thanks in part to an experimental drug that was rushed to them. Shin Se-min has the latest.
The two American missionary workers infected with the Ebola virus might have been saved by an experimental drug. After receiving the so-called ZMapp serum, Dr. Ken Brantly and Nancy Writebol reportedly began improving within just a couple of hours. Developed by San Diego-based Mapp Biopharmaceutical, this serum had never been tested in humans before, only in monkeys who survived the virus when given the serum within 48 hours of infection. As there's no proven treatment and no vaccine for the disease, any sign of possible cure is garnering attention. The current outbreak is the largest recorded in history, and it's spreading fast. The director of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says the outbreak is currently out of control. And at the outset, it's extremely difficult to detect whether someone has been infected, as Ebola begins with symptoms similar to the common cold. But within days, the patient will begin to experience chronic abdominal pain, bleeding eyes, vomiting, and diarrhea, along with deadly organ failure, eventually resulting in death within just a couple of weeks. However, as it's difficult to detect the virus at the early stage, there's an increased risk of transmission. Ebola can kill up to 90% of those infected, although in the current outbreak, the death rate stands at 55%. This latest outbreak was the first detected in Guinea in February and has since expanded to Sierra Leone, Liberia, and even to Nigeria. West African states especially lack the resources to fight Ebola, and deep cultural suspicions about the virus make it more difficult to put the brakes on its spread. The World Health Organization announced Monday that the current death toll has topped 880, triple the number of fatalities recorded during any other outbreaks. Shin Se-min, Arirang News.